everyone once again to this series of interview talking with the greatest trombone players around the world. Today I have the honor to present you Bart van Lier. Welcome, Bart.
Thank you, Matthias. It's an honor to do this.
How are you doing now?
I'm fine. I just since 2-3 years I'm stopped with the orchestra when I got 67, and then I stopped with the regular teaching, and then I started in nowhere land that I thought maybe see what's happening. I even thought about stopping, but that was too dramatic, so I continued. And then since 2-3 years, I've my master classes, the classical stuff, you know, the thing I do for 29 years. And I still do a lot of things, projects in Germany, uh, uh, um, master classes or things for jazz education or concerts with the singer, Masha Belsbach. So that gives me also enough material to keep practicing. And the only thing I do now is when I play, it's jazz. And since I'm pensioned 2.5 years ago, I stopped orchestra playing. And the only thing I want to do is play with small groups, and I still want to learn the trombone.
Of course.
Yeah.
When was your Bart,
sorry.
when was your last concert?
My last concert is a good question. I forgot. I think I did a recording with in Cologne with the quintet with Marcia Belsman and Tony Lakatos, and I forgot what was the last one. Really, and
around March, perhaps.
Yeah, and I think one of the last things were the master classes in Amsterdam and Rotterdam, and they are. Although I'm teaching there, it feels like I'm playing because it's like meeting students on high level with high quality of humanity. So those master classes is one of my. I always feel like the best days in my world, my life. That I always feel like when I come home, I feel very happy that I could meet so much good players, and I learn from them too. You know.
Of course.
And I miss that. Yeah, I miss that. Life is a little bit like, you know, it's on the surface. Like I feel like everybody else, like you have chewing gum in your head. You know, everything is slow at the moment. Yeah.
So you are still working in Rotterdam and Amsterdam as a guest?
Yeah, on contract basis, and I always say I only can do it when the teachers want me, because the schools maybe they think, oh, this guy is a little older now, and why this? But this is I can only exist because of the teachers feel that it is necessary that I do it, and when I'm not in the picture of the teachers, then this job will stop. You know, so. I try to help the teachers that everybody feels better, the students and the teachers.
Bart, tell me something nowadays. How are you dealing with your daily routine?
My daily routine is because I'm very lazy, and I get now with Corona even lazier. So, and I sleep very badly. So sometimes I have 3 intervals in the night. I eat what I shouldn't do, like a junkie, and then I get up late, and I live on a lake in a very nice surrounding. So when after the breakfast, I take 1 hour walk, and my walk is about 1 or 2 pipes long because I smoke pipe.
Are you taking your dog with you?
My dog died.
Oh.
Yeah, they became almost 17, and then after the long walk near the water, you know, I start practicing, and I practice always with the mute because I think the trombone is too loud for my ear.
With your practice mute, auto mute.
Yeah, I have this cup mute what I like, the blue-white one. And then I do in fundamentals, and I combine it with playing with records, and it can be vocally, it can be instrumental, this and this. But I find out that doing the fundamentals, combining with the recordings, I feel I get excited with the music, and then for my feeling is I always want to be as precise as a good classical player, and then I want to make it oiled as a very sophisticated saxophone player, playing very easy through the legato, you know, and I check it, and if I miss something, I go back to a fundamental, and before I know, I'm spending already 90 minutes. So I try to have every day so-called a little bit rock and roll. The rock and roll I mean, but that I'm getting excited with recordings in combination of the exercises, because just playing alone, it's boring. And if you're getting older, your system gets also bored, and your muscles getting bored, and it's harder to make progress. But when I have recordings, I get excited like a teenager.
So you play it on the recording.
Yeah, I play with the mute on the recording, and then and if I miss something, sometimes I make exercises through the recordings. So get my head puzzled, even with the metronome, with the different speed of the recordings. You know, so I have a little bit chaos in my room, but I feel like I'm in a live situation, because it's too hard to do it alone. So I need the sounds of recordings that can be from the last 50, 60 years, all kind of different stuff.
What about the
And it
neighbors?
helps.
What do they say?
Sorry?
What about the neighbors? What do they say?
I have this 80% reducing the noise.
Room.
So when Monica sits outside on the terrace, she don't hear me. She just hear the recordings.
Ah.
Because when I play and I feel that the neighbors can hear everything what I do, it must be so stupid. I don't want to, you know, I can't bring a sound out. So I want to have it secretly. I only play open when I play live.
You never play open at your place?
No.
No. Wow.
Since about 40 years.
40 years. Jesus. That's really good to know. But did it change something on your sound, on your quality?
The mute?
Yeah. For example, some people, they say, if I play with a practice mute every day, my sound after that is gonna be like.
Watch out. Watch out. The practice mutes, the little ones, you know, you have different ones, you know, bass, brass, and everything. That's too hard for the lips.
Mm.
For the legato, I always use cup mute, and because the little practice mute is just good for the hotel room, but to play music, your embouchure is getting strange. So I use different type of cup mutes to play.
Okay.
And then it's cool.
Okay, so you make and you take your own ways of fix it, the problem.
Yeah, and I know in my cup mutes, I know what sound I will have. I can change it, but I have one mute with plastic and a little cup mute. The blue-white one, it's called an emo, or they have different names. And this one gives me a good, I can feel the overtones, so my lips not getting that funny. And oh yeah, and the other thing I do, I change back and forwards all the time with the valve instrument. I play also my jazz with the bass trumpet all the time.
Uh-huh.
Because that also gives me excitement.
Okay.
And when I'm getting tired, I put a different mouthpiece on it, a little dipper cup, and I changed mouthpiece to fool myself.
That's really good idea. I think I will try to do it.
Yeah, I mean, so I change back and forwards, and every day I do something different. So last month I got back to the book of Arban, yes, ta ta ta, you know, and I sometimes I do some Rochu, or I do some French etude, some Blagier or something like that. Just articulation. Sometimes very much articulation. So then sometimes the next day I do much more flexibility, and I like to do my flexibility always testing it to double high B flat. And when my lips are still very stiff, I do slurs over 2 octaves with all the overtone. And so forcing the diaphragm and forcing the mouth.
So Bart, tell me, are you changing every day your routine?
Yeah, every day.
You don't do never the same routine?
I have about 5, 6 different programs.
For the whole week?
Yeah, in my head. And so I have some of my own exercises on my book. Remington, Slowcar, sometimes also from Ilya, sometimes from Ben. And for power, I use the Remington, the Kleinhammer. The Kleinhammer, I used to do it in the 70s every other day. In the 70s, I did 1 day Kleinhammer, 1 day Remington. And then I got, after a half year, get an extra octave. Because it's forcing your mouth and your air. And then later on, I try to finish it more sophisticated. But I think it is very good for your mind and your muscles that you're not depending on one system, because one system helps a long time, and then suddenly you're also a prisoner of that system, and you're getting stiff in your approach. So I like the idea, what also Arnold Jacobs says, practice strangeness.
To your
You
body,
know,
strange
yeah,
to your body.
yeah, you play something on Monday and everything feels perfectly. Then you repeat the same stuff on Tuesday, and you think you will have success the same way. No way. So the idea is that you have to deal with fresh ideas of the moment, but try to see in the whole week that you have covering all the aspects from all those books, and still they should be less than playing music, because otherwise you're just depending on the gymnastic. And that's why I put the records on, because I want to check it with the vibrato, my legato, and expression. That's what I try.
That's really good, Bart. Bart, tell me something. Before everything start, this quarantine, this lockdown, however you want to call it, do you have some short-term goals and long-term goals? What you wanted to do?
Yes. Yeah. What I would like to do is still I'm now about 52 years professional, and I still want to tackle my weak points every day to see if I can get better. So I'm not paranoid about it. I would love to play a little bit more jazz. And my goal is also still being to play freer in my head, freer also in expression. And my goal is to keep playing for a couple of more years, but the playing and being alive and doing the teaching and the playing is for me actually the same thing. Like the meeting with you guys, you had an experience with me as a teaching. It's the same thing like living and playing, and this is what I miss very badly at the moment, because
Mm.
the exchange, and the emotion, and looking at the eyes of somebody else and sharing. You know, I came to the conclusion the last couple of years. I tried to be all my life to be an okay trombone player, but still I don't know, and that's what I'm also telling all the students. I still don't know, but I don't care. I want to watch, I and actually what I would love to have, my direct goal is to have all the time fun, even when I'm not playing maybe that good what I should have done.
Mm.
So I don't want to punish myself anymore so much.
So, so, Bart, normally going out of this period, you are teaching in Rotterdam, Amsterdam, and you are getting called from Germany to have some recordings.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, this was a recording with the singer, but I also do some teaching, you know, for this youth orchestra of the state. So then I'm busy suddenly. I was this before March. I was busy with all the time with the students with 4 days to get the section happening.
Mm.
And then we had also teachers' night, and I was jamming with the students. It was a very wild week, and I loved to do that. And that was for me. I know that big band situation from in 1988, and so there are different things. I do guest of big bands, sometimes small groups, and still doing also jazz courses. You know, it can be amateurs or students. I should be next week with Brand in Karlsruhe teaching his class. And half year ago, I did the class of Bart Claessens in Maastricht. So I have a very strong connection also with the classical people.
So, but now all your activities are cancelled until
Flat.
next season, perhaps.
Yeah, there's still one thing open in Germany, and they want to do a concert in June, and they will give me a note next month. So, but anyway, what's happening? I will keep up the trombone every day because it's like eating and shitting, you
Of
know.
course. Like
And
change
but
your
I'm not.
underwear.
Yeah, and you know, when I don't do it, it feels strange.
Mm.
Yeah, it's emotion, routine.
What can you tell me you are missing the most nowadays?
Meeting,
What are you missing the most nowadays?
busy. Yeah,
Being
busy.
busy, being busy. You are missing.
Busy with nothing. Doing things slow. This afternoon, I had a meeting with two old friends. We do it every week. Normally, we have lunch in a cafe. There's an old school friend and another guy I know from car situation. And normally we have lunch once a month, but now we have a meeting in a wood, and we're taking the chairs with us, drinking water and a cookie, and talking bullshit for 3 hours.
Taking the distance now.
Yeah, and we have this little, you know, producers chairs, you know, where you can fold together. So I was sitting in the wood today near the cows, and then we talking, you know, like old friends. And they don't know anything about music, and but the most of the time is living slowly and walking, practicing, and having a drink at the end of the afternoon. You know. Yeah.
What do you think you are missing the most, Bart? Your routine, teaching, playing, touring, traveling.
Yeah, that whole stuff is based on one little word, and this is adrenaline.
Mm.
The thing
Everything,
what
everything now is too flat. Nothing happened.
Yeah, you know, musicians don't forget they are trained to have a little tension, the tension of concentration, the tension of a sparkle moment on a concert. The tension of doing the trick and playing a sound. And then having the contact with other people. And this is adrenaline. This is the excitement of what other professions they don't, people sitting in a bureau or they have abstract work, you know, with the computer. We are dealing with sounds, try to play an instrument, but it's not easy, but it is very exciting, and the excitement is missing. So playing a couple of nice notes on an instrument, what is connected with your heart, with your soul, and connected with the music around you, is still one of the most beautiful things. I miss that. Yeah.
When do you think it's gonna be possible to do it again?
For me, or for other people?
No, for you. We are talking about you.
When I hear the recordings, I have different areas of music and the recordings. I try to make contact every day with the recording. What is touching me? What is touching me? So I make contact with it. If it is inside the house or outside the house, it's no different for me, because inside you can also have, also with the recordings you can also have a very strong emotion. So the practicing, and I'm not on a good level now, what I really would like to do, because then you need 2 hours, 3 hours, and getting up early and this and this. But I mean, for the emotion, I still have to have every day a taste, and we don't know, but I keep it up every day. So we will see what's happening. But inside the house, I already have it.
Bart, are you doing some recordings at the moment?
No. No, I'm not. I don't want to record at home.
So, but to some people, perhaps they ask you, Bart, can you record this for me? Can you join our recording with ensemble, with a quartet? You get some invitations?
No, but then I get very nervous from technique stuff. And then I have to go through so many stuff. I reminds me of a lot of studio stuff I did all my life, and now I play professional since I'm 18 all the time. I will be in June 70, and now I don't want to push it to go through record this and this. I want to have it a more natural way, together, or maybe in a studio. For me, better.
What do you think you're gonna do for the first when everything gets into normal? I think in the Netherlands, it's kind of okay, the situation, but what are you missing that you say, okay, when everything gets into normal, I would love to get the frikandel in the bar, to get a beer with my friends?
Yeah, I think it would be nice to go to a restaurant. That would be nice. But I can also imagine one of the classes in Rotterdam, Amsterdam, that would be already a great start to get happening, you know? And I would like to see my grandson from 3 years and my grandson from 11, and I want to grab them, you know, with my hands, not with the screen. So I would like to see them and just a normal contact again. And yeah, those things are just normal things, but like everybody wants to have normal contact. And I need also to start working a little bit, you know, like you guys also want to do. Just play together, hearing the other voice. Yeah.
Bart, how you give your motivation nowadays that you are 24/7 at home.
Very bad.
It's really
Very
bad,
bad.
right?
Yeah. When I'm honest, I would say that there are people. A lot of people are very practical, and they start cleaning and painting their house and having a schedule. Uh, I'm very mixed up in my head, and I'm getting lazy, and sometimes I get up very late, 10 or 11 in the morning, and uh, I'm not proud of that. I could have been more active, and I'm you know me as a teacher also, but I'm also like I can be also a very sloppy student myself. So the motivation, the only motivation I have, that I like to every day some playing, and actually I could do a lot of more stuff, but I don't feel like it. It's a little bit, if you're getting slowed down. Some people, they have a very strong feeling of duty because you have to be always strong and this and this. Uh, I never had that, so I need also a little bit pressure from behind, and then I get more active. Yeah.
Mm.
But I keep the trombone happening every day.
That's good. Good to hear.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that nowadays music is really important for people. I think you have seen on television that people locked down, they are playing their instruments, they are going out to do some music together. What do you think after this period, in the new beginning, you can call it,
Yeah.
people will think about music?
The audience.
Yeah, in general, people.
I think, and I hope, but I can imagine also that people would like to uh, even have a bigger appreciation for it, because it's such a direct contact. Music, the sound is even of music instruments is directer than words.
Mm.
And if you're living now more and more in an abstract world, but everything is electronic nowadays, or plastic, to be around with the live sound of people, I think people, because of the emergency of Corona, maybe they learn also to feel very thankful to have a direct sound in there, and maybe the awareness will be stronger. So I think it will be not less, it will be stronger. I'm actually sure. The only thing is the I don't know anything about the economy of the countries, if they can support it, because the politicians in every country, they are always stupid with culture.
Mm.
And but I think for the health in the mind, we need music. It's very healthy, very healthy.
Mm. What do you think is going to happen with all the season ticket that people they bought for 1 year?
Yeah,
Perhaps these people, they are not there anymore.
maybe, but I think what the people should do is not asking the money back,
Mm.
but keep it there and say, okay, the orchestra and the organization, they lost money, but we will support them, and we buy new tickets. And if they went there or not went there because that was possible, leave that there, and help each other. Don't be too practical only about that money. They should think also. And I think also the organizations like the orchestras and operas, uh, they should bring a letter out to say also, when you are so generous to support us, to not asking money back, it would be a big help for us, because we are in the same bag like you.
Mm.
So this is the circumstances that everybody is forced to think about the other person. So, and if they bring it in a charming way, it could help.
Yeah, that's really true.
Yeah.
Bart, tell me something. Uh, what can you tell all the people that is watching you, people that are listening to you?
Yeah.
What can you tell them?
I don't know who is listening to us. What type
They
of people are
will they will listen for sure. Trombone players,
yeah.
musicians, people that admire you, people that are fan of you, people they know about you since you start your career.
Yeah. Now the only thing, what a little thing I learned till now, little thing, just is, well, uh, keep keep laughing, keep laughing. The 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 the, the mystery and the miracle thing of that something hits your heart. For instance, I when I was 11, 10 years old, my brothers had Count Basie records, and I heard the records, and I was then I went with my father and my brothers to the Count Basie concert when I was 11, 1961, and for the first time I saw colored people playing, and I was so amazed that I heard the record live that I said to my father, I want to thank Mr. Basie. My father said, "Okay, we're gonna do that." So I was in the cellar of Koerhuis in Den Haag, and I thanked him, and he was in his underwear, and uh, I had the experience of shaking hands with this man. My first sounds were Count Basie, and then I saw this man live, and he smiled at me like I was totally welcome. And this awareness of this man gave me this big smile, who has already for 40 years, every night is in a different place in the world, gives his attitude to this little boy of 11 years old, changed my life because the awareness of he took me serious of giving him a compliment. And this makes me aware that the little things, everybody has his maybe complexes about his personality or his ability, and like me too. The thing is that uh, I think this moment of this man with Count Basie made me very aware of contact, because the guy was looking at me, and when I did all the classes, I always had this in my mind, always see the people, and enjoying music, and even maybe if you play 40%, 60%, or 70%, what you think what is perfect, try to love it, and when you practice, do it always from an idea of love and dedication, that you want connect with the guys you admire. So I
Was
still
that
not
guy
make.
your big motivation?
Oh, I've one of my gurus is Dignesh for 40 years, and I 450 solos of him. I play every week with him, a couple of times in a week. His solos, the Tommy Dorsey style. He's my guru. He's 92 now, 94, and but there are many gurus, and every day try to polish your gurus, your heroes, and try to be connected with the people. I learned from those people I admire, all those great people, that they are like childs. They are also like they still looking for the diamond, the sparkle. So they are not like, yes, I know. No, they are just like kids. They are like kids because they are very thankful for this moment of joy,
Mm.
and they always see it with those exciting people. So and I was in 25 years on staff or in an orchestra, and I saw also a lot of routine behavior from a lot of people. But I always wanted to be the child there. I wanted to be still being touched. I try to still doing the okay, but was not always easy, but I try to do it. And I still feel the same. I still want to be part of the party of joy. Joy. And
Bart,
I want to say to the other people also, try to feel the joy of trying, doing.
that's difficult. But I think you are the only guy in the world that you can transmit this joy.
You think so?
Yes, for sure. I think I'm not the only one who think like that.
I don't know, but I think we I always call it a club. It's a club of join the club of people who wants to make contact with something, and I don't want to give it a name of it is a number or it is a 7 or an 8 or a 10 or it is this and this or good or wrong. No, if you're trying to make contact with something, it's already 100% positive, even if you don't make it. And this is what should be understood, because if you want to make contact with something, it's always from your heart and your dedication.
Mm.
And this is not to do with if you're doing it right or wrong, because maybe a lot of people can't get contact with this, but they're still trying. But if you try, I think you're already in, because you're open your heart to do it. And this is the difference people don't understand sometimes. But I think if you try, it's already fantastic.
Yeah, it's true. Bart, what is your favorite recording, your favorite CD that you like to listen every day?
What I played myself?
Oh, I have two questions with that. What is your favorite recording that you love to listen, and what is your favorite recording on your own?
Oh yeah. One of the records I like is a recording from Shirley Horn with the orchestra of Johnny Mandel. Here's to Life. That's a great recording, but incredible songs, and she is an incredible storyteller. A great orchestration, and a couple of tunes what I made as my solo CD with the Metropole. Not every tune, but a couple of tunes I thought they were pretty okay. But there are more recordings that I also what the ITE I did in Japan, in 2030 that came out good. And also on YouTube there are a couple of things were pretty good. Not only one, there's a couple of good things.
You have one
Also,
favorite
my favorite. Uh,
that come up in your mind, into your mind immediately?
I played with the Metropole Big Band a feature for bass trombone and me. It's called Mandeville from Pat Williams. And Martin van den Berg plays the hell out of the trombone, bass trombone. And the lead trumpet player plays very good. There's Wim Bot and good drummer Marcel Series. And I played a little bit Hollywood style on the trombone. And it's a commercial jazz thing, but I think the combination of the bass trombone and the French horns and everything came out good. I think that's a nice thing to listen to. It's on YouTube, Mandeville.
Mandeville. Really good.
Yeah.
Bart, I don't want to steal more of your busy schedule today. It's Friday night.
Very busy, man.
So I think we already talked about everything. We took all kind of topics.
Yeah, I hope
Life,
so.
trombone, future.
Yeah.
I think my last question for you is, I have to tell you five things.
Yeah.
Because I know you pretty well, I believe.
Yeah.
And you have to reply with the other five things. You have to use 5 words, okay?
Me?
So, for example, if I tell you trombone,
Yeah.
what is your answer with 1 word?
A beautiful voice.
Yeah, we have to use just 1 word.
Oh, yeah. Voice.
Voice. Okay. You understood the game. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
We start over again.
Yeah.
Music.
Necessary.
Future.
Not so important.
No, sorry for that viewer. Okay.
Okay. Okay. It's okay.
Fair one. Family.
Important.
Food.
Important.
And the last one, Bart, trombone.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thanks a lot, Bart van Lier, for your time,
You,
for your
Matthias.
kindness, for your support, as always.
Yeah, let me know how the reactions are.
Yeah, of course. I will let you know through email. Thanks a lot. Keep smiling.
Thank you, Matthias. Must
You
be an
are-
honor.
Yes, I think you are, I can tell you really honest, you are my guru, and I think you are the guru of all the trombone players, I think, in the Netherlands and all the world.
Thank
So,
you, man.
thanks a lot. Be safe, stay safe.
You
Say
too.
hello to your family, and we keep in touch. Thanks a lot for your time.
Success in Milano, eh?
Thanks. We keep in touch.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye,
Ciao,
Matthias.
ciao. Bye-bye.
Bye.